we've got the Cyelee Wolf X Pro here. I have spent the last few days just kind of putting it through a little bit of its paces. I'm about 180 rounds in, maybe between 180 and 200 rounds. I've tossed it, I've soaked it, got water over here. I let it soak in water, beat it on the table. It has not lost zero at all. Right out of the box, it was dead on at 25 yards, just like the paper said. It's been great so far. It's held up. The only thing that I can say kind of on a negative to it, kind of right off the bat, is the water test today. It did trap some moisture right in here where the optic reticle comes out. And so it's a little damp in there, and I'm getting some starbursts. But that's kind of hard to see on camera. But yeah, there's some little random specks in there. I still was able to hit my target at 25 yards, no problem, after beating it on the table, dunking it in water, pulling it out, and going for shots. You know, there's videos on there on the YouTube showing exactly the specs of this thing, so I won't go too in depth. But you have your 2 MOA dot. If you hold your top button here, it'll switch it over to your, I believe it's at 26 MOA circle. Yeah, see this one, you can kind of see the water in there affecting it. But yeah, it's a 26 MOA circle. But water did not get into the optic. The optic internally is dry. So I've shot it more since my initial video, pulling it out of water and running rounds just to see if I could get the moisture out, but it's still kind of lingering in there, so it's gonna have to dry out. But I don't have any experience dunking optics in water. This is my first optic I've dunked, so I don't know if that's something that's can happen, is water building up in there and not coming out. I don't know, but I wanted to see if dunking the optic and letting it soak, if it would still function. And it still functioned. Like I said, it just have this little issue. It has been dead on at 25 yards. I re-zeroed it today for the 25 yards just so I could do this test here. But right out of the box, it did hit dead on at 25 yards with the dagger here, which is your compact. But I ended up re-sighting it in for majority of my shots at 15, I believe, and I did all those shots at 15 yards. But yeah, so far it's held up pretty good. It's definitely kind of changed my mind on potentially looking at some of these budget optics. Of course, this one is far from a budget model. You're talking about the price tag of a hollow sun or something like that when you're getting up into these. But it does spark my curiosity on trying out some of the lower priced optics and see how those handle abuse and holding zero. But yeah, so far this has been a pretty good little optic. This is just a spare pistol I have laying around. My other dagger has an optic already on it that I use more often, so this one's not going to get used too much. But yeah, it has done its job. I've been happy with it. I would say the quality wise is, I mean, it feels right up there with the hollow sun on my micro dagger. This particular one is definitely feels better built than my Swamp Fox. I don't remember the model. I want to say it was like a Justice or something like that. It was more of a budget one, but it was pretty close to the price of this one when you use my coupon code for it, which is Fox Wolf 20. But other than that, if you have any questions, you can put them down below and I can do my best to answer them. But yeah, if you're looking at, you know, a Cyelee Wolf X Pro, there's plenty of videos showing how much abuse this thing can take, so I didn't beat it up too bad, but it has been just fine for me outside of the little bit of trapped water here in the back of the optic. But there you go, that's what you got. I'll roll in the footage of all my other shooting with it and the unboxing and stuff. I'll put a little bit of that in there. But yeah, it's been a fun little video to do on this little optic here. So if you have any questions, put them down below. and I'll do my best to answer them. But other than that, I will catch you on the next video. Cyelee Wolf X Pro. I'm gonna drop it on the dirt here. It's what my environment is. So do 3 drops. Got 5 rounds in. I'll back up to my 10 yards and I'll shoot and see if it hits where it's been hitting all morning. One more just for good luck. And it buried itself in the ground. 5 shots.